So let's talk about a physical practice mindset so we can live stronger, longer. It's process oriented. It's not so much about just lifting weights, it goes beyond the gym and integrates into your daily life. Focus on longevity and overall well being. All right, some pros and cons. Some pros, well, longevity, which is what I'm focused on with the people that I work with, they're focused on. Even when I was working with athletes, with kids, no matter how old, pros or kids, it was always about longevity, not just the short term fix. Um, it's holistic, again, and it addresses not just the physical, but emotional and mental well being. And when I say that, it's not that I'm by any means a therapist or a counselor or have any clinical background whatsoever. But when you redline life, when you redline training, and you're going 100% of the time, you talk about burnout and talk about crashing and burning. I mean that shit's real, and I've seen it with kids. I've seen it with pros. Not good. So this whole physical practice mindset addresses that. It talks to that. The cons: slower results. Progress may be incremental. For some people, well, for me, I'm good with that. That's what I want. That continual progress, that Kaizen mentality of continual improvement over time. That's what I'm looking for. So for me, that's not a con, but for some people, this does not align with that. They want the quick fix, the hacks. So it's a con. It's less quantifiable. So it's harder to measure. Um, it's harder to measure how you feel. Some people are think that oh, that's too woo woo. If it's not a SMART goal, um, it's not. It's you're just wasting time. I disagree. So how do if this resonates with you, if it's something that, well, that sounds good to me, I want to try that. What do you do? And again, for some people, they're going to go, you're full of shit. When I say start slower than you want, because they want to go, they have a goal, they want to get there, and they want to get there really fast. They want the fix, they want the quick fix, they want the hack. That's not what this is. Know your starting point. Self-awareness is key. Um, where you were last year, where you want to go, where that is. There's a big gap behind there. We know where we're at today. So know where you are. Start slower than you think. If the goal is to live stronger, longer, define what that means to you. I mean, and again, it may not be. I keep coming back to the person who this isn't a match, or who is not aligned with this type of thinking. By no means would this work. And then show up. And it's not just showing up, but it's showing up and coming back tomorrow. Consistency is key. Nothing you haven't heard before. What you do, how much, how hard you go, and how often you do it, we call that the dose. And those are the variables of training. How much, volume, how hard, intensity, how often, frequency. We can manipulate the dials up and down, and we do. And it takes a minute to get there. Even when I'm working with clients, in person or remotely, it takes a minute to see how you're recovering, how you're reacting from the stimulus, from the load, from the training that you're doing. And it changes all the time because of life changes. So we adjust for that. So getting older, that's inevitable, hopefully, right? Becoming weak and fragile is preventable. Let's talk.